8562. The electrical circuit from the spark plug back to the magneto is completed by grounding through the A. Engine structure, B. Lead, C. Cockpit switch. The correct answer is A. The electrical circuit from the spark plug back to the magneto is completed by grounding through the engine structure. In an aircraft ignition system, the electrical circuit is completed by grounding the spark plug current through the engine structure. The engine structure provides a path for the electrical current to return to the magneto, allowing for the continuous flow of electricity in the ignition system. 8563. Spark plugs are considered worn out when the A. Electrodes have worn away to about 1/2 of their original dimensions. B. Center electrode edges have become rounded. C. Electrodes have worn away to about 2/3 of their original dimensions. The correct answer is A. Spark plugs are considered worn out when the electrodes have worn away to about 1/2 of their original dimensions. Over time, the electrodes of a spark plug can wear down due to the electrical discharge during the ignition process. When the electrodes have worn away to about 1/2 of their original dimensions, the spark plug is considered worn out and should be replaced. 8564. Which of the following could cause damage to the nose ceramic or to the electrode of an aircraft spark plug? A. Pig installed without a copper gasket. B. Improper gapping procedure. C. Excessive magneto voltage. The correct answer is B. Improper gapping procedure could cause damage to the nose ceramic or electrode of an aircraft spark plug. When adjusting the spark plug gap, it is important to follow the proper procedure to avoid damaging the spark plug. If the gap is set incorrectly, it can result in improper combustion and potentially cause damage to the spark plug, such as cracking the nose ceramic or deforming the electrode. 8565. Sharp bends should be avoided in ignition leads primarily because A. Weak points may develop in the insulation through which high-tension current can leak. B. Ignition lead wire conductor material is brittle and may break. C. Ignition lead shielding effectiveness will be reduced. The correct answer is A. Sharp bends should be avoided in ignition leads primarily because weak points may develop in the insulation through which high-tension current can leak. Ignition leads carry high-tension current from the magneto to the spark plugs. Sharp bends in the leads can create stress points that can weaken the insulation, leading to potential leaks of high-tension current. To maintain the integrity of the ignition system, it is important to avoid sharp bends and ensure proper routing of the leads. 8566. In a high-tension ignition system, a primary capacitor of too low a capacity will cause A. Excessive primary voltage. B. Excessively high secondary voltage. C. The breaker contacts to burn. The correct answer is C. In a high-tension ignition system, a primary capacitor of too low a capacity will cause the breaker contacts to burn. The primary capacitor in a high-tension ignition system is responsible for storing energy and releasing it to the primary coil, which in turn generates the high voltage required for the spark plugs. If the primary capacitor has a capacity that is too low, it will not store enough energy, leading to insufficient voltage and excessive arcing at the breaker contacts, causing them to burn.